principle of it, it stands stronger. Right? He could have gotten out. He was in jail for 33 months, right?
Yes.
And in jail, they didn't even put him on trial for 33 months. You heard of Rikers Island, right?
Yes.
So he's there for 33 months. They got him in solitary. They're not feeding him. He's getting his ass whipped by the police and by the correctional officers and the inmates. And he didn't even do nothing. Now, 33 months in, because of all this heat that's coming out, they say, yeah, we can, if you just plead guilty, we'll let you out right now. Normal person, maybe even me, I'll say, okay, yeah, hell yeah, get me out of this place. I'm guilty. But he didn't. He said because if he pleaded guilty, he wouldn't have the same leverage to tell the story about what's happening in there and how people are being treated. Just imagine, he says, I'm guilty in the court of law. Obviously, he's going to have a felony on his record. He's guilty. How are you going to come back now and then say, nah, I just said I was guilty to get out? Yeah, we would probably believe you, but it's not going to hold its weight. Now, Corey Feldman, Terry Crews, they go through what they go through, but they don't take the job, and then they still say it, then that's something to talk about. How you going to get the benefit and then talk bad about it? That's not going to hold weight.
Isn't that exactly what a lot of these stars, a lot of these people in Hollywood are doing? Like take the job, sleep with the boss, and then take the job, and then turn around and say, oh, he molested me? Isn't that what a lot of Hollywood people do, the same people that the world wants to support?
But we need more. Yeah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. That's just like people who don't like the white man, but they working for the white man. It's the same. I get what you're saying. But it just holds more weight if I say, nah, you don't work for the white man. Don't work for the white man. But I go work for the white man, and then I still tell you, oh, you know what? You got to use the white man. It's completely different than someone saying, don't work for the white man. Don't work for the white man. But they go out and create their own thing, and they still say, don't work with the white man. Not saying it's not the norm. It is the norm. You're right. But will that inflict change? Probably not. That's why everybody just... Terry Crews saying what he said, that was like a fart in the wind. Not in a room or in a bathroom or in an elevator. I'm talking about in the wind, like outside. You rather somebody fart outside or fart when you're in a room or in a car with them? You rather them fart outside. Nobody cares about the Terry Crews thing. I think that's weird as hell. That big ass dude having somebody. Didn't they grab his penis or something? Or his butt?
Yeah.
His penis.
His penis, yeah.
His damn penis. What? Yo. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. He really did just say that, and nobody cares. Now, that's some shit. You getting me riled up. That's some shit right there. That's crazy. Grabbed his penis. That big-ass dude, he's married with kids.
Aren't you discrediting him right now?
No, I'm discrediting the people. He had to have wanted it. That's like posting something serious on a social media platform and nobody likes it. I'm not discrediting him. I'm discrediting us. Because even me, until you just said it, I was just like, oh, damn, that's messed up. Like, all right, what's next? I'm not discrediting him at all. I'm sure when he said it, he couldn't have got the response. That shit slid off the wall. He threw that shit on the wall, and that shit did not stick. So he just looks like an idiot, basically. I'm not discrediting him. Look, somebody grabbed his penis. There's going to be what Bernie Mac said, there's going to be some furniture moving if somebody grabs my penis, especially a man. There's going to be some furniture moving, for real. Your penis? Like, grabbed it? Come on. And nobody talked about it. Nobody. Like I said, it just disappeared like a fart in the wind. So that means if they could do that to him, right, that means there's some kids that's going to school that their teachers is doing that, their friends, the principal is grabbing some penises too. That's how you get the thing with the Pope and all this other stuff. And this is almost convincing me Michael Jackson definitely molested them boys. That's way too far. I don't even like it. Look, when I was at this job before, my first real encounter, and it made me hate this person, and it eventually made me appreciate that person, but I didn't understand gay men and all of that before. This dude used to stare at me at work every freaking day, like from 100 feet away. He was on the other side of the room every day. And this is back when I had, I was in my prime back then. I had hair back then, my waves, my curls. I came in sharp at the job, And I couldn't knock him. I can't knock him. I can't knock nobody for staring at me because I think I'm a very good-looking person. I'm good on the eyes. If you tired of looking at the news, go look at one of my pictures. I think it relieves stress. It's easy on the eyes. But that's neither here nor there. But he would just stare, like, from across the room. And I used to get mad. I always be like, yo, is this dude staring at me? Like, what the freak is going on? And then one day, eventually, I got mad and I approached him. I was like, yo, why are you staring at me? He's like, yeah, I think you cute. And my point is, it's not to brag about how good looking I believe that I am myself, but the point is, that's too far. You got men grabbing men's penises now? Really? And they can be as big and what's the word I'm looking for? Barbaric, and he looks a little intimidating. The guy's huge. So you telling me if his penis is getting grabbed, that other people's penises ain't getting grabbed? And I'm not in any way, I'm just thinking out loud right now, but Kevin Hart's a little dude in Hollywood. Now, if you have the courage, you telling me they're going to grab Terry Cruz's penis, but someone as tiny and small and less threatening as a Kevin Hart appears to be, that's totally not cool. What would you do? What makes it okay for another man to grab your penis? What makes that okay? Put me in a scenario.
Nothing.
You don't think he said the same thing?
No, I don't.
Oh, so you think if I asked him that prior to this?
Yes, I think he said the same thing.
You're so angry, you telling the wrong answers. Yes. Yes.
But going back to the two Corys, Corey Feldman had appeared on an interview. He was invited
So you Googled that whole time. You weren't even listening to what I said. Now you just got back a fresh breath of air. You done Googled some more information, and now you're going to be like, well, back to the Corey situation.
It would be nice if you actually stop interrupting.
Ooh. What are you going to do, grab my penis if I don't? That's the new threat. Like, yeah, I will grab your penis, yo. No, go ahead.
Well, in regards to, Barbara Walters had him on her show to discuss what's going on in Hollywood in regards
to... Oh, Corey. Okay, go ahead.
In regards to pedophilia. And he pointed out that a lot of young boys are being molested in Hollywood. And that's a major reason why Corey Feldman got addicted to drugs. Corey Haim. And when he was talking about this, Barbara had actually scolded him, saying that he's damaging the entire industry by speaking out for the pedophile victims. And of course, like, I find it interesting that when a man speaks out, he usually gets so condemned, like including not just Corey, but also Terry Crews, and even women will basically bash the men who speak out, and they often get no repercussions. Like, could you imagine if somebody like a Jay Leno or a male talk show host were talking to a woman about being molested, and he just said, "Oh, you're damaging the industry," or you're like focused more on the actual rapist than he did the victim. I highly doubt that man would be working today.
Listen, everybody, the way you're painting the picture, and if everything you just said is true, it sounds like that's in Hollywood. That's included in the package. Like, it's hard to get a value meal and say you don't want the fries. I mean, I don't know if they'll substitute it with an extra drink or something, but that's in the package. Based off what you're saying, even what you just said, Barbara Walters told him, and you said she scolded him, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to go to Hollywood. It's not like heaven. Like, if you go to heaven, if you went to heaven and this was going on, that would be something to talk about. We're talking about Hollywood. It's like a job. Like, if there's a job going on, like if McDonald's had a reputation of raping little boys, I wouldn't let my child actually work at McDonald's. That's it. Just like you have some parents, right? Because a lot of concussions and stuff like that in sports, right? In football. So you keep them away from that, right? And same as adults. That has to be put in perspective as well. This is not like a mandatory thing. And that's for men and the women. Like, the women are just as stupid. And maybe you have to be in that situation, but then I did this research. It showed 80% of women are dealing with, sexual harassment at the workplace. What is the rating for men? What's the percentage for men? That's silly. That doesn't make sense to me. You're taking the job. Now, it's one thing if you don't know, you go to the job and this happens to you, you find out. But you can't go to, like, if a kid goes to Michael Jackson's house during all that stuff, and he eventually gets taken advantage of, he rubs his balls or whatever he does, come on. Some of that's on Mike, but a lot of that would be on the child or the parents. Whoever is giving the permission for them to come. Not come, that was, I guess, a double entendre. But, no, not that, you know what I mean. Come over to the house. Corey Feldman he can start his own thing. Corey Haim can start his own thing. Terry Crews can start his own thing. Only do Tyler Perry movies. Tyler Perry's not in Hollywood. I believe his setup is in Atlanta. So many independent stuff going on. If I have to get fondled to get a job, I'm not going for that job. That's just me. Unless Beyonce's the one fondling me. Like if it was like mandatory, like, hey, we're gonna bring you on board, but yeah, don't worry, Jay-Z's okay with it. We already, he's gonna be fine with it. But Beyonce's gonna be fondling you every once in a while.
Hey, Mom! I'm on TV!